Hi there everyone, welcome back up here to the loft with me, Jenny Kirk, up with Weir Yard. And I'm going to do a quick update just to let you know all the little projects I've been up to. Well, we've had the Hornby release schedule, and that was quite an exciting day. It happened a couple of days ago as of filming this, and it's just been really exciting. But of course that means that with all the work on that, there's not been a huge amount going on up here, but there have been a few things, and I'm going to talk you through some of them now. One of the things that I've been doing is I finally managed to get the Stay Alive capacitors fitted to one of those Train-O-Matic Locomander 2 decoders, and I did it to the 21-pin chip that ended up in the class 22 from Dapol. This has been running all day, quite a few hours now, at a very constant slow crawl. And I've got that Stay Alive capacitor system set up so that it will allow the locomotive to run for 4 seconds after the power drops out, so say if it hits a dead spot in the track. And what that means is you can run it at an absolute crawl, and it quite literally never stops. I put it to the test actually. I run the locomotive up to full speed, and then I lifted it off the track. And it's amazing to watch it run for 4 seconds before, I'm guessing, it completely depletes the capacitors that are in there. So I wasn't able to test it at the time because my soldering skills weren't really up to it. But I've persevered and got it in. And actually, I'll probably do a very short update video showing it on the inside of that locomotive, because these products do continue to impress me. And I think it's only fair that they sent the Stay Alive capacitor kit, that I finally do that review on it now that I've managed to get it to fit inside a locomotive. You just have to be ever so careful with the soldering. Now, other things that I've been up to. Well, over here, I've been starting to add some more colour aspect signals. So you can see there's an extra one appeared up here, and I'm going to turn the power on, and I'm going to bring the power up there, and you can see that for the 2 colour aspect signals there are wired in, working, and the one down there, that was there before. I've talked about that on one of the other update videos. But these are Hornby Dublo models. I went and had a frisk at my parents' house, and don't worry, all the purists out there who are going, but how can you do that to a Hornby Dublo model? Very easily. These were in very poor condition. In a lot of instances, I've had to do a lot of work to even get them working, and the base on that one there is was broken, so I removed the base. Same for the one down there, the base was actually all split and broken. So actually they're getting a new lease of life with the voltage turned down. I really like them. They represent a colour aspect signal that's certainly from the early 50s, if not before. And I just think they really do look the part. So I'm more than happy to have 2 of them on the layout here. I was looking for some more, but actually, just seeing there at the back, there's a whole stack of them there, and you can see the one at the back there is not in the best condition, but I decided that, sometimes you just got to respect the fact that these are vintage items, and these were too good to remove the bases and wire them in, even though they would have had a new lease of life. There's a junction signal in there as well. I've vowed that those will remain as vintage items and not get added to the layout. You can also see there, I've finally found a home for my memento from doing the biggest little railway in the world as leader of the D team. So the length of the actual track, so you can see side on there, that's been etched by Paul Tyre of PD Models, who's also on the team. and finally found a permanent home for that. So really quite pleased to get that on display. But going back to the colour aspect signal there, wiring it in was actually a little bit easier than I thought. It's quite dark underneath there, so I'm probably not going to be able to see much to show you. But I've still got one further switch there that is not wired into anything. So I need one more colour aspect signal, I think, and I really want to get another one of these Hornby Dublo ones. So I'm going to be scouring junk shops, online, eBay. Because what I'm actually looking for is some pretty distressed examples. If they're pristine, if they're even reasonable, I really don't want to hack them apart. So I'm looking for damaged examples that are good enough that I could use in this capacity, but not good enough to be collectible items. And we'll incorporate them into the layout. Probably find a way, some more switches to incorporate more elsewhere. I just really do like them. The problem with them is the grain of wheat bulbs. I must find an alternative source. So one of the things I have done is I've accumulated the working bulbs are in these, but the ones which I've got in storage up there, those actually have burnt out bulbs in, because the bulbs are just ever so hard to get hold of. In terms of everything else, we're pretty much as you saw last, I guess. I do have some empty boxes here just to give you a sneak preview. I'm not going to show you the items that came in them, but I'm still getting sent stuff for review. Of course, now with the new Hornby release schedule, I'm looking forward to see whatever they can spare for me to review. I'm really excited about the new range as well, as I'm sure a lot of you are. And actually, as an update, it has to be said that Rails of Sheffield have notified me that they have actually sold out of their pre-order allocation of the Rocket anniversary set, so the one that's in the Triang packaging. So you really need to get your skates on if you want to order these things. And I feel like a bit of a prat, because I told everybody, make sure you get your pre-orders in or you'll be disappointed. Now, I didn't, and so I appear to have missed out on the Rocket. Not to worry too much, I'll get the main range version. So I don't think I'm going to miss out on the Rocket in its entirety. I just won't get that nice packaging. Now, I also want to get the Duchess of Atholl. Hornby Dublo is a big part of my life, as you can see by some of the signals that I'm still incorporating onto this layout. And actually, if we go over to the corner over here, my childhood Hornby Dublo switches are still living on, controlling point work and colour aspect signals and stuff. So really good products. In many ways, actually, Simon Kohler, if you watch these, could you put these switches back into production? I really like them. I think they're superior to the switches that Triang and then later Triang Hornby had, which kind of remained in production. So yeah, get your Bakelite out and make us some of these. I don't think it's going to happen. And the push button switches as well, they're pretty good. Used to be for the electric uncoupling rails and the TPO. But that's pretty much where we're up to. On Monday, Les Cliff is going to be coming and starting work on my back scene. So what you see over there, this will probably be the last time in a video update you see that as just bare blue. So he's planning on putting together a back scene onto there. He's going to do it with pastels. We'll fix it with spray mount and stuff so it doesn't smudge. But there's going to be a suggestion of the countryside heading off in that direction. So in some respects, this is a record of what it did look like. And I'm guessing once he's done, I'm going to look back and think, how did I ever think that this was reasonable? Les is an amazing artist, and I'll be honoured to have some of his work on the layout. And as I've said before as well, we'll be taking measurements for some thin foam board, which will become the not removable, but certainly I think it's going to be the back scene that goes there. There's a gap down the back of those retaining walls, and I'm going to have some kind of a town scene we've been talking about, and I think that that is really going to add something to the layout. So really looking forward to that. But yeah, that's pretty much all that's been going on up here on Weir Yard. So I hope you've enjoyed this little update, a chance to just have another look over the layout. So stay with me, there'll be more videos to come. It's always great to have your company. Sorry I haven't got much more to show you up here, but it's just one of those things. Busy on other projects, like the O-gauge build that we did for you. In fact, you can see some of the stock up there in storage. So there's more interesting projects to come. So you take really good care of yourself. And this is me, Jenny Kirk, saying bye for now. Today's video has been brought to you in part thanks to the generous donation of my fans on Patreon. And a huge thanks goes out to Anthony Kidson, Michael Churchwood, Alec Ralph, Anthony Hunt, William Wade, Wayne Johns, Offshore Alan, oorail.co.uk and Tepic. Today's video has been brought to you by my books, Bringing Home the Stars, Twinkle Little Star, and also you can get the complete comic collections of All Over the House, Books 1, Books 2, and also the wacky zany Life of Knob T Mouse. Thanks and catch you later.